What do you think of that nickname for Porzingis, the unicorn?
Tell you what, I don't know. I thought a unicorn was trying to find that commercial, that little internet sensation with the guy in the T-shirt when you're trying to find a hot woman who's not crazy. That's what I thought a unicorn was, which may be the funniest thing I've ever seen on the internet. Listen, man, that kid, what a surprise he has been. He's probably the leader in the clubhouse for Rookie of the Year. And the thing I like about him, I've seen him play in person. And he really is not afraid. He was battling DeMarcus Cousins man for man. He wasn't intimidated because DeMarcus Cousins has been playing fantastic. But he was pushing and shoving, going for it. But the thing I like about him is, a lot of guys could have been really affected. First of all, a young kid, probably hasn't been in the United States but a couple of times, could have been really affected by how he was booed draft night. That impresses me. Because, that could have hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
But he came, and he's been fantastic all year. He hit the wall for a minute, like all rookies do, and now he's back.
I don't even know how to phrase this. Does Durant get a hall pass for not winning a championship? Or he's 27, and we seem to focus on LeBron, but LeBron brought a lot of this on himself. But at what point do we say to Kevin Durant, it's you and so two of the 10 best players on the face of the earth play in Oklahoma City. At what point do we say, when are you going to win a championship there?
Well, that's the thing that everybody try to put on guys now, but they haven't had their whole team. They made it to the finals one year, and then in the last 2 years, they've been missing one of their two best players. I mean, that's just really not fair to those guys. They went to the finals 1 year, and then, like I say, ever since then, they haven't been healthy. They're one of the three best teams in the NBA. I picked them to win the championship. They're the deepest team in the NBA. It's up to Russell and Kevin to get all their players involved. They go a lot of one-on-one when the game's on the line. But if they were to play together and use Cantor, Adams, Ibaka, those guys, they could win the championship. I think, it's two teams can beat Golden State. Oklahoma City got a chance. Golden State is terrific. Oklahoma City's probably the only team got enough talent to beat them. Mm-hmm. If the Spurs are going to beat them, they're going to beat them with Popovich's brain. But those are the only two teams that can really beat, because nobody in the NBA has more talent than Oklahoma City. They're too deep at every position. Russell can compete with Steph. Kevin can compete with anybody else they got on there. But Oklahoma City is the only team from a physical standpoint. Are they mentally tough enough and not go one-on-one with the game on the line? That's going to be the key. The Spurs can't beat them strictly on talent. They're going to Greg Popovich going to beat them by coaching. Those are the only two teams I think can beat the Warriors, and in my opinion.
What do you make of the Blake Griffin story?
It's interesting. Well, it's not interesting when you get punched in the face. I don't know all the details, but you can't. You would rather not that happen. I've seen teammates and players and coaches get to fighting, so that doesn't bother me. Listen, two friends got to fighting. That's all it was. And listen, first of all, I think we've all got to fighting with a friend of ours. So I don't overreact like everybody else does. Blake is a great player, and he just got to fighting with a friend. And listen, as I said on our show, go back and look at this little record. I think they're 12-3 without Blake, but they've only played 3 teams with a winning record, which lets you know how awful the NBA is now. It's just awful to watch these basketball games right now. The notion that the NBA, the greatest sports league in the world, can have like 5 good teams. You got those 3 in the West. Oklahoma City, San Antonio, and Golden State. In the East, you got Toronto and Cleveland. It's really embarrassing, some of the trash that we have to watch and show on TV every night. It's not a lot of fun for me, Dan, because I want to see great basketball. And it's been very frustrating for me. And I'm not some old guy hating on the young guy. If you're going to be realistic and honest, we got a lot of awful bad basketball teams in the NBA.
Who fired David Blatt?
Well, probably, listen, first of all, the notion that they didn't talk to LeBron, that nobody's that stupid to believe that. I mean, David Blatt did not deserve to get fired. Let's start there. David Blatt did not deserve to get fired. But the notion that they didn't talk to LeBron is just asinine. If they think we believe that, they're crazy. I don't think LeBron fired David Blatt, but there's no way possible they did not talk to LeBron before they fired him. But I thought David Blatt he got jobbed, he got scapegoated, and I thought it was unfair. But listen, man, there's a lot of things that happen in pro sports that are unfair.
Yeah, I know. It's just this is on LeBron again. He's had a lot of coaches he's played for.
Listen, man, LeBron's a great player. This team is pretty good. As I said on my show, our show, LeBron, Kyrie, and David Blatt have to take some blame because they don't use Kevin Love efficiently. The notion that they just had made the guy who was a hell of a player became strictly a 3-point shooter, and he's and the guy's a hell of a player. But all of a sudden they got him. But if you go back and look there, the first year in Miami we had these same things. Yeah. They were always gonna throw Chris Bosh under the bus when they lost. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember, think about it. If you go back, it's just they threw Spoelstra under the bus. Remember, the first year in in Miami, it was all when is Pat Riley going to come down and coach?
Yep.
And Chris Bosh he was the problem. Now they're blaming everything on Kevin Love like they did Blatt. It's the exact same scenario. People got a short memory. Remember, when they started out like 9-8, everybody's like, Pat Riley's going to come down and coach. So they threw the coach under the bus in Miami until they started winning. And if you go back and be realistic, they threw Chris Bosh under the bus saying he's the problem with the Heat. So it just history repeating itself.
Hey, great to talk to you. Good luck with your Super Bowl bet. Got to run.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, buddy.
Take care. Keep up the great work.
All right, that's Charles Barkley. He usually says hello to the Knuckleheads and McLovin.
He was rushed.
Yeah, or normally he would do that.